Yeah, Rick. First of all, is Cleva available today? And you've been doing this for a long time. I wanted to get what is your sense of your team's sort of preparedness going into today?
Yeah, Kleber is available. And I think our team's very excited about this opportunity.
All right, Callie?
Hey, Rick, I saw earlier today that the NBA said head coaches don't have to wear masks during the games. And so I'm curious, what are your plans with that? And how does that maybe change or help the way that you can communicate and the way that things operate during the game for you?
Yeah, it's a great move. I think it aligns with where the CDC is. It's something that we had talked to the league about as coach association to ask them to consider in accordance with the updated CDC guidelines. And, you know, it just really helps so many aspects of the game. It helps communication. You know, it helps there's so many aspects of communication. It's not just, you know, your voice, but there's also, you know, there's just a visual aspect of being able to communicate more effectively, both with your team and with officials. And so, you know, to my knowledge, I talked to someone in the league office yesterday. The rule essentially is that we can be maskless during the flow of the game. But, you know, pregame around the arena, walking back to the locker room at halftime, et cetera, you know, we're still got to have the mask, which makes perfect sense.
Mark Medina?
Eric, good to see you. What's jumped out to you with how Porzingis has navigated all the different moving parts with you guys, with his various injuries, and then, you know, just finding his footing and getting his niche with you?
I didn't hear the first part of that.
Yeah, I was trying to say, what's jumped out to you with how Porzingis has navigated the different moving parts when he's joined you guys, with just his different injuries and then finding his footing with you guys?
Well, he's become very good at it. You know, he's returned to the team, so to speak, 2 or 3 times, probably 3 or 4 times in the last 2 years. You know, I think the second time it happened this year was at the game in Brooklyn, and he had missed, I don't know, 6 or 7. Came back into that game, played extremely well, and then we had it, you know, a week or so ago. He returned, you know, after missing a few games for our New Orleans game, and stepped in and was able to get himself right into the flow right away, and played well at both ends. So he has experience doing this. We hope that this is not an ongoing challenge of him, you know, having to do this on a regular basis. He's feeling really good right now, which is great. And, you know, so he's been able to participate in all of our prep work this week without issue. And, you know, that's a very good sign for us.
Okay, we have 2 more. Cameron, go ahead, LA Observer.
Hey, good morning, Coach. I wanted to ask you, how do the Clippers look? How does the Clippers team look this season versus last season in your preparation for meeting them, obviously, in the first round here?
They look good. They're very good. You know, the structure of their team has changed slightly. But, you know, with the acquisition of Rondo, they've gotten tougher, better defensively, and they've added a playmaker. You know, their situation with their bigs has been a little bit fluid with Ibaka being out, but he has been back in a couple games toward the end and appears to have gotten his footing. So I don't know, the word is that they're fully healthy. And so, you know, they're a contending team. There's no question about that.
All right, last one. Law, go ahead.
Hi, Rick. Wanted to ask you this sometime during the week. Last year's playoff series, it seemed like was very fast paced. And when you played the Clippers during this regular season, the games were very slow paced. It felt like a playoff type pace during this regular season, even a league where the possessions are going up every year. I just want to know what your takeaways from that particular observation was, and do you feel like that slower pace kind of benefits your team compared to this time last year?
Yeah, my recollection of last year in Orlando was in the bubble was that everything seemed fast paced. I mean, offense was exploding, throughout all 22 teams that were playing there, and then all 16 playoff teams. As we've gotten into more of a rhythm of a regular type season with travel and playing at home as well as in different venues. I don't know what the effect has been on the pace of the game throughout the entire league, but I believe that you're right. Our pace of play and the Clippers' pace of play, is not up near the top by any stretch. Now that said, the ability to get stops and get transition and get easy scores is always going to be one of the defining aspects of a playoff series. So we'll be looking to do that as often as we can, and I know that they will as well.
Okay, thanks everybody. We'll talk to you after.